worked on yourself this last week, it is now time for you to work on your relationship. And this can be done completely on your own. You do not need the assistance of your spouse. Repeat after me. I do not need the assistance of my spouse. The problem with asking your spouse for help while you're working on your relationship is that you might get very resentful if they do not cooperate with the things that you're asking them for. So what this kind of looks like is, if you ask to go on a date and your spouse isn't really up for it, or if you were to just ask for something, some kind of gift or some time together, or if you were to ask for help with something and then they didn't want to, and you're like, why aren't you working on the relationship? Why is it that I'm the only one who's doing the work here? Do not get caught up in this trap. I'm the only one doing the work here. It is so silly to do that. This is your self-improvement project. So don't worry about how your spouse chooses to help you in your relationship, because the work that you do alone will change the outcome of your relationship. You don't need them to cooperate with you. I was caught up in this trap of needing my husband to cooperate with me in fixing my marriage for a lot of years. And I was so resentful about it that I never actually improved my marriage. I just kept being resentful with him, at him for him not doing his part. And I thought he had to behave in a certain way, lead the family in a certain way, help me in a certain way, and be a certain kind of person. But that requires that I change my spouse. And I'm not here to change my spouse. I'm here to change me. We all are. And so once I finally got that empowerment of being able to just work on me, it changed my entire life. And that is why I chose to become a coach, because of the way that I realized how huge of an impact it has to recognize that you have the power within yourself to change your life and to change the outcome of your relationship and your family. It's amazing the way the skills can do that. So for this week, we are going to work on just reconnecting that bond, becoming a magnet to your spouse. And what you're going to do this week, the assignment that I'm going to give you, is for you to surprise your spouse with a date, and you're going to find something fun that they like to do, that you both like to do. And I just want you to be that girl of fun and light, that guy of magnetism that really brings you guys together, the person that you were when you were first together. You're going to be that person. And even if you haven't been that person in a long time, I invite you to remember what it was like to be that person. I want you to play the role. You're in a part, and this is your movie part, and you're going to be the role of the person you used to be, the fun person, the playful person, the silly guy, the one that laughs and jokes and thinks everything's funny, or the girl who's playful and flirtatious, whatever it is that makes you really happy, especially on this one date that you're going to schedule this week. And you're going to surprise your spouse with this date. You're going to make it absolutely fantastic. And you're not going to let anything get in the way of how you feel during this date. It's the same kind of thing as what we did the previous week, where you didn't allow big decisions or complicated conversations to stop you from having your self-care. And so this week, your new self-care, which of course you're going to keep doing the 3 self-cares. That is your assignment basically for the rest of this class, for the rest of your life, hopefully. But for this week, we're going to add, and I know it's hard to add, but add at least 1 date night. And then I would love for every single day for you to find ways to connect with your spouse in little ways. Kind of like a mini version of your date, where you make a joke, where you swat them on the butt, where you give them a kiss on the cheek, where you hold hands, where you say something nice, where you say something flirty. Ooh, I like the way you look tonight, or something silly like that. And I just want you to be really there, just really there, like you were when you were first together, and play that part. And don't be resentful, let go of the past. This is a part you're playing. You don't have to hold on to that right now. We can take care of all those individual issues one at a time. But right now, for this week, we're going to have that wonderful date, and we are going to be flirtatious 3 times per day if you can. And you're going to just really feel that connection with your spouse, and you're going to write about it. So I want you to write about how it makes you feel each time you do it, because you need to give yourself full credit. During our group coaching calls, we celebrate wins. And because you're not on a group coaching call, you're doing this class with me, I would love for you to take your journal, and if you can, buy yourself a fancy cute journal, a really journal that you love, like a leather bound journal, or whatever it is that you really love, and just write about how you feel, how it makes you feel to do the nice little thing for your spouse. And if they don't respond in the exact way that you want them to, because there's some kind of rift between the two of you, let that go. Immediately let that go. And that's your assignment, to let go of any reaction that could be negative and really hold on to any positive reaction. And just really be present and happy this week, just like you were last week. Just be the fun, silly girl or guy this week, and kind of transfer that energy from last week into this week, and keep going with your self-cares, and go on that fancy special date, whatever you can do. Be creative. There are lots of different kind of dates you can go on that don't cost any money also, but if you can, just go all out and make it a big surprise and make it very fun and playful, and watch the miracles happen.